Hi everyone, I'm Tian Tian from Social People Consulting. Today, I'm presenting a consultancy proposal for MIT University on cultural difference in classroom participation. I will explain the challenge, show how cross-cultural theory help us understand it, and justify why this issue deserves further investigation on the MIT's $1 million consultancy project. The purpose of this investigation is to identify and justify a key multicultural challenge facing MIT. The challenge that I purpose to investigate is cultural difference in classroom participation among MIT's multicultural students. As a global university, MIT brings together students from diverse cultural backgrounds, where this diversity creates valuable perspectives. It may also influence how students participate in classroom discussions. This investigation focuses on the individual level, where students may have different expectations about speaking up, asking questions, and expressing opinions. The problem is that cultural difference in participation can influence equitable student engagement at MIT. Participation is not only about speaking more, but ensuring all students feel comfortable contributing and exciting learning opportunities. This challenge affects both students and teaching staff within MIT's multicultural learning environment. For students, cultural difference may influence their willingness to speak up, ask questions, and express opinions. For teaching staff, this difference may create different expectations about what active participation means. Two cultural drivers help explain this challenge: power distance, influence comfort with questioning authority, and experiencing disagreement, while individual vision and collective vision shape whether students prioritize personal expression or group harmony. Understanding this cultural difference is important for MIT, because participation and inclusive excellence are essential for creating an effective multicultural learning environment. The problem that I propose to investigate is that cultural difference in classroom participation significantly influence equitable student engagement at MIT. The issue is not simply that some students speak more than others. Different cultural expectations influence how students demonstrate participation. Some students may openly share opinions and question ideas, while others may prefer listening and contributing in less visible ways. As a result, quiet participation may be overlooked, meaning visible speaking behavior may not fully represent students' actual engagement. Participation difference can be explained through several cross-cultural perspectives. First, power distance influences how comfortable students feel when questioning lectures or experiencing disagreement. Second, the culture and the self distinguish between independent and interdependent ways of expressing the self. These different self-views may influence whether students express personal opinions openly or pay great attention to relationships and the group. Third, individual vision and collective vision shape whether students prioritize personal opinions or group harmony. Some students may prefer active individual expression, while others may avoid speaking to maintain relationships. In addition, cultural difference may create interpretation risks, while people assume others share the same participation expectations. This reflects project cognitive similarity. However, this framework describes cultural tendency, not fixed individual behavior. Therefore, different cultural norms can influence how students understand and demonstrate classroom engagement. MIT should investigate this issue before moving directly to an intervention. Although theories can explain how culture may influence participation, evidence is still needed to understand the situation and MIT specifically. The investigation should identify where participation gaps occur, explain how cultural factors shape engagement, evaluate whose voice may be less visible, and determine what forms of participation RMIT should recognize. The key principle is evidence before intervention. This project creates a value for multiple stakeholders and therefore deserves the $1 million investment. For students, it can spot fair opportunities to contribute by recognizing different forms of classroom participation. For teaching staff, it can improve understanding of culture-shaped participation behaviors and expectations. For MIT, the investigation can provide evidence to create a more inclusive learning environment. Furthermore, strengthening cultural intelligence can help MIT better manage cultural diversity and support effective multicultural education. The value of this project extends beyond one classroom by creating broader benefits across the university. In conclusion, the challenge is cultural difference in classroom participation, and the consequence is unequal visibility, which can affect equitable student engagement. My proposal is not to make every student participate in the same way. Instead, it is to help MIT understand and recognize different forms of participation. Different participation styles should not mean different opportunities to be heard. Thank you for your attention.